I do enjoy her. She has a unique vibe, as do all the Arquettes. Yes. And yours even more palatable than, let's say, David.
Be careful. Dave will suddenly appear at the door behind you.
That's right. He'll tackle you and wrestle you.
She doesn't know the story.
I said something about David that, yeah, no.
Hold me back.
No, listen.
I said David was crazy, and David walked through this door that I'm pointing at here less than 4 minutes after I announced it on the air, and he had no intention of coming in. He was not booked to come in. We had not seen him in many months. It was as if you just shouted a name into the microphone, and that person then appeared at the door.
Grant.
Yes, all right.
Let's see.
Quiet, let's wait. Don't say anything. All right. Patricia is here to... I mean, you got some movies coming out. We can talk about all that, but mainly to talk about Landmines.
Yeah, Landmines, and also a little bit about discrimination, because I've been working with the L.A. County Commission on Human Relations against discrimination, because there's been a lot of that since the 11th. And
I'm not sure about the blacks. You know what I was thinking today, though?
What?
Never met a black person with bad breath.
And you want to be. Start asking questions, because the country that we're making now is going to be their country in a few years. And we have to be active. We have to ask things. We have to become aware.
All right. I agree with all you say. Now go to your room. Yeah. We'll call a timeout for Patricia.
No.
All right, let's take some phone calls. We'll talk about some upcoming movies Patricia has. One with Spike Jonze and one opposite Billy Bob Thornton, who's turning into quite a fine actor, I might say. Laura?
Yes.
You're 23?
Yes.
What's up?
My brother, he's 18, and he got his girlfriend pregnant. And she wants to have an abortion, and he doesn't. And she's just being totally irrational, won't even talk to him, won't even acknowledge he exists any longer. And they had a good relationship and everything, so it's not like, he did anything to her. He's really a sweet guy. And I was wondering if there's any possible way, like legally or where he can prevent this from happening. Because he's willing to take the child. My parents are very supportive and, let her walk away from the whole thing. But his whole thing is he wants to have this kid. He doesn't believe in abortion, and she won't have anything to do with that discussion.
So,
I think the way these laws are designed, again, I'm no expert in this, and we might want to get some calls from attorneys, but the child is considered part of her body. And it becomes her decision exclusively.
Right.
Yeah, this is like a really sad situation, and I've spoken to several men who are grown up and really lament the fact that this woman they were with wouldn't and went on to have an abortion and mourn that the rest of their lives. So I think that's a good argument to use condoms, If you feel a certain way. I mean, I know it's too late in this circumstance, but whoever's listening out there, you got to talk with your partner before you have sex about what you think about pregnancy and using contraception.
Well, here's the deal, Laura. If this guy had a bunch of money and a bunch of attorneys, he could probably do something here. But
Possibly.
Yeah. Probably. But I don't think he has either one of those things, and I don't think there's a whole lot he's gonna be able to do here.
How old are they?
He's 18 and she's 17.
All right.
Patricia and I actually worked for the same Planned Parenthood.
Really?
100 years ago.
Pasadena, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you saying that when you were on the TV show. What did you do over there? Just mop up?
No, hey now, what are you getting at?
I don't know what goes on in those places. They actually have sex in there?
No, I'd go around to schools and talk about birth control, and I was a peer counselor.
Really? And this is obviously before showbiz.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But did you look at it?
First job.
Did you look at it? Did you draw on your acting abilities? I mean, to communicate, to present, as it were?
It probably actually made me better in my presenting abilities because I was really shy. And I'd go talk to kids and I'd say, okay, then the baby's born and I'm supposed to say, the doctor cuts the umbilical cord, but instead I'm dyslexic, so I'd say, the doctor cuts the spinal cord. And I'd get these looks around the room. A kid would raise his hand like, gee, why would the doctor cut the spinal cord?
Our listeners would have no problem with that statement, by the way. They would nod.
They would hear it.
They would nod and just keep moving forward.
Wake up, kids, wake up.
All right, Shannon,
Yeah.
And finally to Laura, just, I don't know, leave your... I don't know. Don't get so involved with your brother's life. It's sad, but don't make it your cross to bear. He's an 18-year-old guy. He got himself in a little trouble. She's going to clean it up, and don't you go getting into it with her.
Egypt has 23 million landmines. We never hear about anything going wrong with that in Egypt.
Well, that's just not what we're talking about. I mean, we're talking about the Lakers, or we're going to talk about, something like that.
But I mean, when people go to Egypt, you don't hear the tourist organizations don't say, be careful, landmine. Is there certain areas that people just don't go, and that's mined?
Oh, well, I'm sure that the pyramids aren't mined, but there's millions of acres of places where people don't. I mean, most of these landmines are in little villages. We're still demining, and will be for years and years in Vietnam, mines that we laid there. Like I said, a third of our own casualties in Vietnam of our own soldiers who died were from landmines. But there were some companies that they wrote to, like Motorola, who they said, look, you guys are making something that goes in landmines, and at least, do the thing of conscience and stop making these. And Motorola said they would stop making them.
That's nice.
But GE said, no, we're going to make them.
Well.
So there you have it. So you can also contact GE and say, we don't like that. That's not nice. Not nice to blow kids up.
Hey, Shannon?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hi. I'm a big fan of you guys. And Patricia as well.
Thanks.
And I've got a question. It's probably really stupid, but I've been on the depot shot for 10 months, and I haven't gotten my period.
Well, you're not going to as long as you're on the shot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you usually bleed like crazy the first 3 months, and then it stops from then on.
Didn't your doctor tell you that?
Well, he did, but I wasn't sure, because I thought that no matter what birth control you were on, you would bleed.
No. Depot, you can lose your period. Typically do.
Is it like, going to affect me, like, in the future?
Nope. In fact, some gynecologists are advocating that the birth control pill be taken without cycling. You just take it continuously and not bleed at all.
Really? Yeah, because I take it every 12 weeks without fail.
Drew, what is this going to do to the tampon companies?
Yeah.
Well, think about that.
They're going to start building landmines. Yeah.
They may.
Yeah.
They may.
There's an opportunity for them here.
I think they already use those strings as a sort of fuse.
Fuselage.
Little strings, yeah.
Well, it's not the strings, it's those little applicators.
Oh, the cardboard. Yeah, that's right. The one I found in the trash can when I was a kid using it for a telescope. That one, Drew. That one.
Nice.
Yes, very sad. But seriously, Drew, what about this?
I mean, what?
I'm worried about tampon and pad companies.
Well, they do other things. It's a big company. It's called Playtex.
I'm more worried about, so many young kids now are coming down with AIDS because, if kids start turning to this as their only form of birth control, World AIDS Day was, I guess, on the 1st, and they're saying, like, the highest group of people who are now getting AIDS are black males 25 to 18.
Who don't have bad breath, by the way.
And the second one is everyone else. Like 15 and under.
Oh, really?
Crazy, like, young age.
Well, black males, that's where, in Africa?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good
I'm
question.
guessing. We've got to straighten those people out.
Straight males.
Straight males.
Yeah, it's huge in Africa, huge.
Yeah, it is enormous. But here, too, you got to be...
Yeah, you got to put them condoms on.
You got to wear condoms till you get married and decide you're going to be together and then fling them off.
No. If you got someone you've been with for a while and you guys are monogamous, you're fine. You're fine. No,
get tested. Just
get
be safe.
tested. All right, go ahead. Mike?
Yeah.
You're 22?
22.
What's up?
Hey, I got a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Got kind of a dilemma here. It's not really a dilemma. Anyways, me and my girlfriend have sex on a regular basis, more or less 3 times a day. And it doesn't matter how much we have sex, she totally tightens up like a virgin, like the next time that we have sex. And, of course, that affects my stamina, and I'm wondering if there's any kind of thing that she can take, or, I'm an average-sized guy, or if there's like a, growth hormone pill that I can take for down there. What do I do?
Does she regrow the hymen as well?
What's that?
She tightens up like a virgin.
Wait.
Why would he take a growth hormone?
Yeah, I know. This is a screwy question. Why do you think that a woman changes just by having sex?
I'm not sure. I'm just saying it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know why she tightens up.
Is she actually prepared to have sex by the time you have sex with her? Is she, like, really into it? Is she already lubricated?
Yeah, totally.
And
yeah, totally. And then she loosens up while we're having sex, but it's like once we, when we start up again, it just, it's tighter than...
How long has she been sexual?
Oh, God. Quite a while.
How old is she?
14.
She's 21.
What do you mean when you start up again?
I think it means the next day.
When we have sex again.
You're talking about the same evening?
Yeah.
So she has muscular spasm down there, is what you're saying, and it makes it.
I have no idea what it is.
All right, Mike, just answer the question. Oh boy, Mike. So it becomes difficult to penetrate, right? Because there's muscular spasm down there.
Yeah, and it hurts her like you wouldn't believe.
And she has pain. Okay. Yeah. So she has something called vaginismus, which is a real common thing, and it's caused sometimes by a spinal reflex. That there's actually some websites out there, if you just look it up, to talk about. There are manuals out there to help you undo this. And sometimes it's from anxiety, nervousness. And that's the road that Patricia was going down to make sure that she's sort of ready for this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why she'd be nervous. I mean,
well,
I drive truck for a living,
Yeah. I'm nervous just hearing this guy talk.
I'd be nervous being nude in a room with a guy drove a truck for a living.
Hey, but I don't live in Bakersfield.
All right, that's good. Hey, does you say it screws with your endurance when she tightens up?
Yeah, because it's so wrapped around it,
Yeah, that's right.
It just totally kills my stamina. I'm gone in 5 minutes.
It's an interesting angle to blame her vagina for the premature ejaculation.
Yeah, right, it's too good.
Yeah.
Too much.
Loosen up, baby. Yeah. Give me a shot here to operate. Yeah. It's like humping a bench vise. How am I supposed to not have an orgasm? It's interesting that he kind of turns it on her.
Yeah, I hope she's not feeling bad about it.
Right. Well,
right.
I mean, most guys would look at that, little extra friction as a plus.
Right.
But I'm guessing he's got a little problem with premature E anyway. And he may be sort of making a little more out of her clinch than what's actually going on.
Could be.
To sort of help his case with the premature E.
Could be.
That's what I would argue if I was arguing against his testicles in court. Patricia Arquette is our guest tonight. She's
thank you.
For or against landmines? I'm not clear. Against. But for AIDS. For AIDS, against landmines, if I heard correctly.
AIDS.
For condoms.
Against AIDS and landmines?
Yes,
oh,
against
Christ.
all things.
For condoms.
Only for condoms.
For condoms against AIDS, if I heard it right.
You heard me correctly.
And also against landmines. All right, but not if it's taken out Rooskies. Are we still mad at them, Drew?
They're our friends now.
Oh, okay. We like the Rooskies. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. Hey, everybody, Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Bad Religion, 311. Robert Downey Jr., Anthony Kiedis. All folks coming up on this show in the next 4 or 5 days or so.
Right.
Jamie Presley, right?
Yep. I saw it up there, Drew.
What if you said that?
I didn't say it. I saw it. I just didn't say it. Patricia Arquette, of course, is our guest tonight. She's got, when is this, these movies coming up? This Spike Jones movie and this Billy Bob Thornton movie.
Well, Spike actually produced this movie. This great director, Michel Gondry, did it. He did all those Bjork videos, a bunch of cool rock videos. And Charlie Kaufman wrote Being John Malkovich. So I think that's going to be out early next year.
And really enjoyed that Being John Malkovich movie. Did you see that?
Yes.
Just fascinating.
Yes.
Well, I think you'll like this movie because I play a woman who has a condition called Hirsutism.
She has hairy hair.
I'm a hairy lady. A hairy lady.
And how does that work? I mean, did they stick it to you?
Yeah, they glued it to me. It was so gross.
All over your face and everything?
All over, everywhere. I have a mane down my back and these little swirls on my butt and more breast hair than...
I'd still take you.
Thank you.
I pretend I was having sex with a chimp.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Again. Also, Patricia is here to say that landmines are bad.
Mm-hmm.
And that
AIDS is bad.
AIDS is... No.
And discrimination's bad.
Discrimination, bad.
all of these things.
There's a lot of discrimination going out there against Arab Americans. Is this true?
And Latinos, too.
Latinos?
Since the 11th, yeah.
Well, they were on our S list long before 9/11. I mean, let's be fair.
And Jewish people are getting attacked, and people are just, and I think if any young person out there thinks that some big terrorist plot has been foiled by someone pulling off a lady's headscarf, they're wrong. I mean, it's not helping anybody at all.
How about
threatening phone calls and...
I know this sounds like a horrible concept that I have, but how about everyone just drops it? I don't mean the discrimination part. I just mean drop whatever you got. You know what I mean? Can we all just be Americans? I mean,
drop your headgear, your hats, and everything?
Yeah, just drop it. Drop the parade, drop the flag, drop everything. Just show up here, go to work, love your family, love your new country. What you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's right to single out or attack any group. On the other hand, I don't think most people know who or what most people are, and I don't know what the impulse to sort of throw a parade. It's like the gay parade.
Well, like there's a Sikh guy. A bunch of Sikh guys got killed because they wear those turbans on their head, and I don't know why exactly they wear them.
Right.
Native Americans would grow their hair because they believe that was a channel to the grandfather, the higher power, God,
Right. I'm saying drop it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, but that's part of their religious beliefs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this country was based on freedom of religion. We can't just say it's inconvenient now. We don't like
Well,
that.
I mean, you take the gays, for example. They want equality, and then they have the gay parade, and a bunch of guys in chaps go up and down, pulling each other by the nipples, and everyone gets PO'd, and then they go after them. And then they want to know why they're being persecuted. But I don't know who's gay and who isn't gay. So I'm just saying, all you got to do is leave the chaps at home, and everyone's fine.
Yeah, but I got really pissed. I went to that stupid, what is that thing called, it's like medieval times, the Renaissance Fair.
Oh.
And
well,
I actually went there on Father's Day, and there was an old gay man wearing some chaps, and it wasn't pretty. Okay, I admit it. And my son was like, yeah, look. And I was like, well, yeah, it looks silly. It's not pretty, but, who cares? He can wear whatever he wants. And then some lady was sitting there like, ye old wench, like with her boobs popping out, and some guy had his hand up some lady's skirt, and it was like, that was acceptable. That was fine. That was fine.
No. Listen, we make plenty of fun of the Renaissance people and the Trekkies and all the other goofballs in this society who every day is Halloween. Every day is Halloween.
Gay guys out.
Oh, good.
And I said, but wait a minute. I was just in your place where some of your employees had your hands up people's skirts.
Right. Not right either.
Flashing out. And I don't want to see ye old trucker in a long gown getting, fondled with my child.
Here's all I'm saying. I don't think it's right for a Klan guy to walk around with a hood on. If I was a Jewish guy, I'd leave the yarmulke at home. If I was an Arab, I'd leave the turban at home. And if I was a gay guy, I'd leave the chaps at home. Put them on at home and mince about the house. But
I hear your point.
When you go out, people, I say this about goth guys. You wear black duster, you put on the black nail polish, and kids kick your ass. No uniform.
Well, okay,
dress
what are we going to wear?
Comfortable cotton.
Star Trek.
Not only Gap, Old Navy's fine.
Star Trek uniforms.
Do we wear blue, white?
Well,
red,
I can
white,
tell you
blue?
this.
Do we wear?
I don't know a lot about the future, but I know there's two things don't exist. Denim.
Indoors.
Denim does not exist in the future. Every movie, there's no jeans in the future, and there's no door.
I don't want to go there.
Doors no longer swing on hinges. They're all like those camera lens apexes. You're right. There's two things that don't exist. Yes, hinges and denim in the future. I'm saying we should all just get
overalls.
Not if they're denim. And no overalls in the future either.
By the way, why would they be getting rid of two things that are pretty damn good?
You know what else? Underwear with butt cheeks in it seem to be going out of style. What happened?
What are butt cheeks?
Panties. Remember panties?
You don't see panty lines?
Well, yes, this is such an anti-panty world now.
What are they for women?
They wear thongbacks.
Oh, I see.
Come on, bring back the all-American panty.
I used to like seeing where the panty ended and the jean began.
I'm all for panty lines.
I like that little Mason-Dixon line there. Yeah. I would like to invent a jean that had a panty line sewn into it.
Retro.
You could be a billionaire.
How about that?
Not in the future, just now. Now's
That'd
the
be
time.
very exciting, like a French cut panty line in your jeans. Guys going nuts. You know,
Let's heal some babies!
All right, let me say this, though. You know what invention I came up with tonight while I was freezing in my house watching Monday Night Football? Heated sofa.
Ooh.
What's wrong with a heated sofa?
We have heated car seats now.
Yeah, heated car seats. Why? I got a 2-story house. Why am I heating the entire house when I'm playing it on the sofa for 3 hours watching Monday Night Football? All I need is that sofa heated up.
Yeah. These ideas
and the whole
are
house
gold, and you're just throwing them out into the wind.
Yogurt with fruit in the middle. That's what I came up with last week.
Oh.
Fruit in the middle. Absolutely. All right.
I like a girl with a big butt, but fruit in the middle.
David Allen Greer singing about fruit in the middle.
Because it's fruit and in the middle.
All right. Heated sofa. Come on.
Yeah. Here.
Thank you. Vincent, you're 18.
Yeah.
What's up?
A couple weeks ago, my girl and I, we took Ecstasy, and we had sex. We didn't mean to, but we ended up anyways. And we had sex a couple of days later, and it wasn't as good for her, and it kept on happening. And I noticed it, too, when I'm, like, masturbating. It doesn't get hard all the way. It's really soft. I mean, it's like the...
How long ago? How long ago was it?
About 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. I have heard of this. I don't know that I've ever heard of permanent erection problems or orgasm function from ecstasy, unless it causes the depression and the anxiety problems that we so typically do see from ecstasy.
Well, you know, we took it and we noticed like it was on a, like we'd be really like in euphoria, then it would go away and we'd be really sad like for half an hour, then it'd come back.
Well,
and it happens like I'll just be chilling at work and all of a sudden I'll be really, really down and pissed. And
well, that's what that drug does. And if you do enough,
one time did you do it?
No. Although I've seen it. I just recently saw it with 2 exposures, a guy chronically depressed and panic attacks.
But, Drew, hold on. Let me say this. First off, I've told you a million times, that's called being a lightweight. Yeah. You as a doctor have seen guys who've been, where the rear end of their car's been hit at 2 miles an hour and they've been paralyzed, right?
How are you going to know if you're a lightweight? That's like playing Russian roulette. Like, oh, maybe I'm a lightweight, maybe I'm not. Let me go be... depressed for a long time.
I'll agree with you, but that ain't the drug. That's just, like I said, if someone's got whiplash from an accident that didn't occur, is it because of the accident or because they got a spinal problem?
Well, what was all that lupus stuff that was going on? That people were worried about they were getting lupus from it or nerve damage, no?
Brain damage.
Well, can I
Definitely
great.
Damage.
Go ahead.
We took E 3 other times together, and it's all different. We've had great...
How many times have you taken it all told?
Three. And they've been like in between 6 months and one time a year.
That's still. It's usually in my experience around 20 exposures that people really start to get the lifelong problems with this drug. But it can be different for different people. You may be a lightweight, as Adam would say.
But it's nice to be able to have an erection. So maybe it's just not worth messing with the chemistry.
All right. I think that's as much incentive as you need not to take it. And I found it ironic that he said three times.
Yeah, just three.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he took it 4 times. It was 4 twice, too. Well, let's all ponder that when we think about my heated sofa with the fruit in the middle and the yogurt. Heated sofa, the whole house, that's all you need. Okay. Gene?
Yeah.
You're 20?
Yeah, I'm 20 years old. Me and my boyfriend, we've just currently started having sex about 2 months ago. And I told him that I've never had an orgasm with him.
Have you with someone else?
Yeah.
Did you mention that?
Yeah. And
well, that was the bad part of the discussion, I'm sure.
Very smooth. Should have saved it for Christmas, we're just a few weeks away.
What's the problem with him?
Well, nothing. Nothing is all. I mean, it just takes me a little bit while. And before he's like, well, his last girlfriend always got wet. And I'm like, well, not all women get wet when they orgasm. And now I feel like he doesn't want to touch me or anything, like even deal with it.
So you tried to tell him that you needed a little change in terms of how he was conducting himself, and then he started blaming you.
Kind of, and then he started blaming himself, and it's more his ego, I think. And I don't know how to deal with him. Like, I try kidding around saying, well, that's a good thing because,
Well, does he give you, calm down, does he give you the oral sex?
Yeah.
And how's he at that?
I've come a couple of times with him. Like, I just need to get used to him, like, you can't fall asleep next to somebody unless you've been with them for a while. That's how I am with an argument.
Listen, I could fall asleep in a drunk tank at a prison next to a gay hobo. Are you kidding? Gene?
What is it you're asking then?
Yeah, he gave you a couple orgasms with the oral sex, right?
Just recently after I told him. And, but, like, he's been,
so maybe he's trying a little different stuff, right?
I think it might be, emphasizing too much on it's going to make it, sour.
So what do you mean he won't touch you if he gave you oral sex after that? You mean he won't have intercourse with you anymore?
Like, he tried and he just went limp.
Oh, I see. He's getting too nervous or
his
angry.
His feelings are hurt or...
Yeah. And I mean, before...
He's deflated, as they say.
He's with his recent girlfriend for 3 years, and he hasn't been with her in a year. Or his ex-girlfriend, I'm sorry. And I kind of understood, a couple of times he, orgasmed and came quicker. And I try to explain it to him, but it seems like no matter what I do or say to him, I'm always, like, making him feel horrible.
Do you say it? Do you always choose to talk to him when you're, like, in the bedroom having sex?
No.
You do it like
And do you talk, like, tell him how sexy he is when you are kissing, or...
I tell him it feels good. It doesn't, it's not that it feels any less. And he even told me one night that he doesn't even, he'd rather have somebody else do the job or something like that.
Oh, this guy sounds like a...
Well, they seem like they're meant for each other. Hey, Gene?
Yeah?
Why don't you tell him this? You've said some things. I've said some things. There's been some water under the bridge here. Let's just take it from here. Let's make a new rule. No more talking about here's what I used to do or here's who used to get me off and all that. Now, I used to be wetter when I was with Jim, but now I got you, and of course your penis is smaller, so you don't satisfy me as much. Just you both have heard each other out. No more talk about that. Let's just have a glass of red wine and get busy and see if we can't get a good one. Sometimes you just need a good one under your belt. You know what I'm saying? You can talk all you want, but sometimes you just need to get up there and whack a ball off the right field wall.
That's right. Yeah, you're in a slump. You're in a slump. You got to connect with that ball.
You can watch films. You can talk to your coach. You can do all that crap, but sometimes you just need some good contact. And a little less talking, a little more contact.
Complete a couple passes.
Get that bat out, rub that pine tar on it, man, and just go to town on that mitt. Okay. Let's say hi. Yeah, I'm going to go to break?
Yeah.
Okay. Patricia Arquette is our guest tonight. She's against AIDS and also taking a controversial stance against racism as well, and landmines.
That's right. Bring it on.
I'm a rapist.
I'm against you.
I'm guessing not for rape either. This one.
I'm not for rape.
She has some crazy radical views. She
may be against fruit in the middle.
I think she's
actually, I am for blended fruit yogurt.
She's for all right, but if you're going to take fruit and put it at the bottom, let's move it up to the middle, right, and get a nice stir.
I am for the heated couch.
The heated couch.
And I am for the panty lines.
Jeans with the panty lines sewn in.
I give it a thumbs up.
Now, here's the thing. You got some capital, too, and I'm just saying, that's all I need to get started.
Oh, yeah. You can print that.
We'll get going. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is David Arquette, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carrera and Dr. Drew.
Hooray!
It's ironic that we're talking about Porsches, and David Arquette just called me Adam Carrera. That wouldn't be a bad porn name.
No.
Patricia Arquette is our guest tonight. She is here to talk about the ills of landmines and how that people should call the White House. Should we call Bush's direct line or just, call the lobby?
Yeah, we'll just call the lobby. Well,
tell them we're against landmines.
And AIDS and everything in between.
And rape and racism.
Exactly.
We're for the heated sofa
and
through
panty
the middle.
lines.
And panty lines sewn into jeans.
Well, no, the number for the White House is area code 202-456-1414.
Oh, Drew, how pissed would you be if she read your home number out on the air? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm guessing he doesn't. The Bushes won't answer, though, right? They probably have like a person or two between them and the phone.
Yeah, they have to run get Mrs. Bush.
And the reason I'm giving you guys that number is today and tomorrow and the next day, you should just call in and say that you want to support banning landmines.
It would seem like we've moved past that from a military standpoint. Yeah. I mean, they're just getting folks on foot.
Hey, if Schwarzkopf says it's so, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Schwarzkopf wants to keep the ones that'll take out, half tracks and tanks and
even
things
those
like
guys, you can read their letter. They were even... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to take out the big armory,
right.
Big tanks and things. But, getting foot soldiers... You got to look at it this way, pardon the pun, but bang for your buck. It takes money, it takes resources, and it takes time to lay something down. And if you're going to get every fifth guy who walks by and take his foot off, it just doesn't seem like a high return.
Plus, there's rules of war. I know that sounds crazy, but there are rules of war, and landmines are used as terrorist devices. Oh, should we go over there? No, we don't want to. Okay, we want all our troops to go this way, so we're going to mine this area so people don't go in it.
Right.
But those things don't detonate. Those things don't stop killing.
Right.
So that terrorism continues going and on for decades.
It's an interesting thought that I never had, which is you could probably easily design one that would just have a 3-year life. That it'd only take one component of it to sort of fizzle out.
Right.
Well, they've made something similar to that, but the problem with that is it's very expensive, and only rich countries can do that. And it's like if the U.S. says, oh, these are the only kind of landmines we can use, these poor countries are going to go, well, screw you, we can't afford to make those. We have to ban all of these, and it's even ground for all of us. And
it would just seem like... It would just seem like it wouldn't be that much to come up with something that would be rendered useless after a few years. I mean, it seems like just almost the material that you would use that would decompose or something. Dana?
Yeah.
You're 27?
Hey, yeah, how you doing?
What's up?
Well, I think you both, I just want to tell you that you both work very well together, and I don't know if Drew will want to hear that, but...
Sure. I'm his meal ticket. He loves to hear that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But, Drew is valuable as well. Anyways,
sure, around the house.
Patricia, you're beautiful, and I've just enjoyed seeing you in so many films. And
thanks.
And I'm actually calling because I recently got back from a honeymoon, oddly enough, in Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos. And I just pretty much wanted to back you up and tell you that the presence there of landmines and injuries and obviously death is widespread. And it's, you walk around in Cambodia especially, and there's amputees all over the place.
How did, just out of curiosity, how did the old lady or the missus take it when you told her we were going on holiday to Cambodia, as the song would go? I mean, that must have been a tough sell.
Well...
Honeymoon to Cambodia?
Vietnam. It was more her idea, as a matter of fact.
Vietnam has some of the greatest resorts in the world right now.
She's,
All right.
She's an adventure woman.
Still a tough sell. Still a tough sell for most gals.
Was this whose landmines were they? The Khmer Rouge or something? I mean, who put...
Well, in Vietnam, it's mostly American.
Well, you said it was mostly Cambodia, though, where you saw a lot of this.
Cambodia.
And that was Khmer Rouge?
Yeah, I think so. Khmer Rouge and the Vietnamese. The Americans. When they did bomb Cambodia pretty badly, I guess. I mean, this happened before I was born. But on the sort of east border of Cambodia, which is the border between that and Vietnam. So I think they were really only more in just a smaller part of Cambodia.
Oh, no, wait. Maybe you don't... Did you study the history of what went on in Cambodia?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you know that there millions of people were killed by these...
Yeah, I went to the killing field.
Right.
So why did you, in Laos, too, why did you go over there?
Well, we wanted to tour through Southeast Asia, and it just sort of spread. I mean, I went to Bali last year. That's where I wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And we kind of decided to sort of do the Pacific Rim thing, and so we
rented that, by the way.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Well, wait a minute. I hate people like you, by the way.
Oh.
Why?
I do, because you know why? Because you know where I've been out of the country? Tijuana.
What?
I'm 10 years older than you. I've never been anywhere.
Yeah?
I'm really angry at myself, but I like to turn it on you.
Well, no, I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for calling and telling us that. Yeah.
So lots of one-legged folks out there, huh?
Yeah, and I'll tell you one more thing. We were there over September 11th. We were actually in Vietnam, and that probably became the safest place for an American to be in the world. It started to feel that way.
Right.
Because oddly enough, they just love Americans there. They really do. They've sort of forgiven us. But there you go.
Well, that's interesting.
Well, and it's also, you think about that. We were at war with Vietnam. We were planning all these landmines. We're still blowing people up. And now we're friends, and they love us, and we don't want to blow their children up.
And one of the reasons they love us, too, is because we were right. I mean, the communist regime over there didn't turn out to be such a great kicks for John Q. Public.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what we call it, like Lin Q. Public, or give me a good Vietnamese first name, Drew. And you think they work it all that way in different countries, like in Germany, it'd be like Gunter Q. Public. Do you know what I mean? Like in Sweden, it'd be Hans Q. Public. Well, I'd like to work this out one day, because I know in England, John Q. Public is Joe Bloggs.
Right.
Which is weird, but everyone's got to have their own John Doe.
Yes, in each country.
And it ain't our John Doe. But you think about it, every country needs a John Doe.
It would have to be Mr. Singh in India.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And in France, it would be,
like I said.
I thought of something else I'm against. Sign languages in each different country have their own sign language. I think there should be one world sign language.
How about just one alphabet?
Yeah, that would help, too. But if everyone learned the sign language of the whole world, we could all talk to each other.
Hey, could you do that? But then how? Yeah, but if you got a different language in your country, would that work out?
Yeah. If we made one common sign language.
No, but the grammar is different, and it's completely different
That's
languages.
True. The grammar would be different.
But still, the jeans with the panty lines sewn in would work.
It would work all over the world.
That is a universal language. Everyone likes to look at panty ass. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. Patricia Arquette is here. If we just got together, we could really come up with some ideas, me and you.
I think
go places.
So, yeah.
I could drive your car. We could really
I could sit in your warm couch with my panty lines.
Heated couch. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. Compacting it? Well, you're
like the bus.
Okay.
No, you're dangerous. Firebug.
Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Well,
I'm against you.
Building furniture.
Patricia Arquette and Dr. Drew and myself just had a very, in the American entrepreneurial spirit, just had a very interesting conversation about sofas.
Mm-hmm.
Patricia Arquette is here to say that landmines are a bad thing.
Fishing for men.
And that the gays and other groups are good. And that AIDS are bad.
And that you're bad.
And I'm bad, but warm sofas are something we could all agree on. All right. And when do these movies come out? They said Spike Jonze and this
Spike Jonze. This Spike Jonze is not Spike Jonze. I mean, he produced it.
Oh, all right. Well, the Spike Jonze produced movie.
It's called Human Nature, that movie. It'll be out January, February, March, somewhere around there. And so will a Billy Bob Thornton movie called The Badge.
And this Billy Bob is really... I just saw him in that... I actually haven't seen the whole thing yet, but I got hold of that one where he's a barber, the man that wasn't there.
Yeah, he's so good.
Very, very interesting actor. Yeah, turns out he's good. All right.
I like him.
Let's. How is he as a guy? Did you work
sweet.
with him and do scenes with him?
Oh yeah, we had the whole movie. It's sort of he's this uptight cop, and I am. He comes in to have to deal with my world because my partner gets killed, and it's like this world of strippers, singers, transvestites, and craziness, and he's in over his head. So it's kind of a weird Southern, crime drama with these weird twists in it.
Was Angelina around? Did you see her?
No, she came actually a weekend that I wasn't there. Why wasn't I there? No, I think she came one weekend, but I didn't see her. I've met her before. She's nice. I like her.
Yeah, she seems nutty yet nice.
Well, I just think she's really expressive about what she feels. She's not, making a movie star, vision for the world. She's sort of just being whoever she is, and there's something nice about that.
Yeah. Are they still kind of creepy in love?
I don't know if it's creepy, but they're madly in love.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, come on.
But don't you get, it
You'd
puts
be in
me
love
off.
with her, too, wouldn't you?
Of course I would. But I've told this to Drew many times. My instincts would be just to, have her step on a landmine and keep her at home, not bring her around with a vial of blood around her and show her off to the world. I'd hide her. If I had a prize like that, I'd just keep her just barefoot and naked and pregnant. I'd chain her to a radiator and just keep her at home.
Well, she wouldn't stay long, though.
Well, if I chained her up.
She'd hobble away.
No, I'd chain her up. Chain her real good. She could get away.
She would.
Fred?
Didn't you see Tomb Raider? She'd escape.
Fred, you're 23.
Yeah, hey Adam, hey Dr. Drew, hey Patricia.
Hey.
Adam, I've heard you say that you can't trust guys who worry about themselves too much.
Right.
And Dr. Drew, I heard you say the same thing, that you hate talking to paranoid people because they just lose their reasoning capabilities after a point.
Well, truly paranoid, yeah.
Yeah. That being said, I'm aware that I've recently fallen into this category, and I want to get out of it. I want to shake this paranoia, but I just can't. I'm not able to do it, it seems like.
Well, give us an example of your paranoia, Fred.
Well, it's not like about everything. It's just one specific incident. I actually called a couple weeks ago, and it was involving the menstruating woman, and we were like grinding genitals, but there was no penetration.
With the clothes off?
With the clothes off, and it went on for maybe like 2 minutes.
And you thought that maybe you'd gotten a venereal disease or hepatitis or something?
At this point, I was like, I would take gonorrhea or whatever.
Oh, didn't you say you had some like blood on your fingernails or something? Wasn't that your thing?
No. It was just, all it was like just grinding for about.
But didn't you say you saw some blood somewhere or something?
Oh, no, I didn't see any. The lights were off, and when I went to the bathroom, I didn't notice any blood on myself.
I thought you said you'd seen some somewhere.
I thought there was something like that, too.
Yeah,
but...
so what is it? Why does the menstruation even figure in, then?
Oh, because I was reading about, like, HIV and how blood could carry the...
Yeah, blood. The operant term, now
Unless you have, like, a cut on your penis.
Yeah, but he wasn't even exposed to blood. No blood.
Well, she was menstruating.
Yeah, but no blood.
Is that not blood?
No, but she was menstruating, though.
But it wasn't coming out? Did she have a tampon inside her? I don't understand.
Yeah, the blood didn't get on you.
Hold on. Heated tampons.
Ooh.
Just a little electrode up in a little 9-volt battery up to the string?
No, I'm against it.
I find that relaxing.
You're grounded.
I would wear a heated tampon.
Oh,
cold enough weather? Why not? Hey, Fred?
There was no blood.
What do you mean no blood? She was menstruating.
She was menstruating, but it didn't touch him.
Oh, well, her vagina touched... I mean, I'm not aware.
He said no blood.
Well, just because you're menstruating doesn't mean there's a lot of blood coming out.
Right.
Maybe it was later in her cycle, or maybe it was just a little...
That's true. I mean, that's
Fred,
the reason why I feel I'm paranoid.
Hold on, paranoid Fred. Is it only disease-related things that make you paranoid? Is it blood, or is it woman-related
things? Well, how well do you know her?
Well, I didn't know her at all. That was one of the reasons why I was so paranoid.
Well, do you know her now, still?
No, I actually, that kind of made me more paranoid because I tried to contact her, but basically I freaked the hell out of her.
If this caused the transmission of HIV or hepatitis, you would be in the front of every medical journal I know of.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you told me last time.
Make the cover.
And Adam, you went on your whole tirade afterwards about how the whole AIDS scare did everyone a disservice in the long run.
Yeah,
and I totally agreed with that, and I was
for
reading
AIDS,
stuff
by the way.
about it. I mean, as far as heterosexuals go.
Yeah. Okay, listen there, Fred. Here's what I don't want to talk about menstruation and contact with blood. I want to talk about your paranoia.
Yeah,
it's not paranoia.
Okay. Whatever it is you claim to have,
obsessional thinking.
Does it involve germs mainly and diseases?
Well, actually, to this point, I think I didn't have any obsession or paranoia, but after this incident, it's really like...
So you're not a hand washer, you're not somebody super clean?
I mean, to this point, I've been fine, but after this incident, for like a whole month, I've been paralyzed. Like, I can't function.
Do you smoke a lot of pot?
I've experimented before, but hardly.
No, you don't use any drugs or anything?
No, I'm pretty straight, clean guy.
All right, so you have these impulses, you know they're irrational, you're a sane person... Move on.
I mean, I know.
All right, thank you.
If really, you're a little bit old for this to be coming on, but if this is obsessive-compulsive disorder, it's something that is treatable, and you ought to look into that.
I wish I had
It's not paranoia.
All right, let's talk to Mario, who's 20. Mario?
Hi.
What's up?
Hey, Adam. I think you're a great comic relief, man.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Sorry. My question is for, I guess, Dr. Drew. Oh boy. I want to know if there's any way I can safely reduce, if not completely eliminate, my sex drive.
Why are you worried about that?
Well, because I've made a decision to be celibate.
Why? How come?
Well, I know it was a big life decision, but I felt it was for the best.
Why?
Because my sexual appetite drives me miserable.
Why?
And because I don't really want to participate. I mean, the chance, I don't fare very well.
Let me ask this. Why?
I don't know. It's just the way I am.
What kind of people are you attracted to?
Women, very much. I know that's many kinds. I don't really. I want the sexual element of my life taken out.
Are you a religious guy?
No, interestingly enough, it has nothing to do with religion.
Does it make you do negative behavior, like forcible sex or something?
No. It's just I don't act out. It's just misery.
Why? Where has sex hurt you in the past?
Actually, I don't have any sexual past.
You never gotten laid?
Nope.
Oh, well, that's why. I mean, of course you want. Look, all the because then you could just no longer want it because it wouldn't be an option. I mean, you couldn't fail at something you weren't attempting to do.
Didn't want to do.
Do you masturbate?
Well, yeah, but Mario,
yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Would you keep that going?
I hope not. The thing is, I don't want to. I like masturbation. I like porn. The thing is, I don't want to desire those things anymore.
Do you feel guilty?
Well, because I want to focus on my life. I mean, in the past, those have been a distraction.
Well, what would you focus on?
My studies. What
do you study?
Business management.
What makes life meaningful for you?
No. Just studying and just focusing. Working on a career and all that.
Yeah, you in junior college?
No, I'm in 4 year.
All right. Well, I'll give you that.
I've already accepted the fact that I'll never have children. I'll never marry. I'll never have an
Why is that?
You're only 20 years old. Why are you making that decision?
Because I feel it's me, and I honestly, you keep asking why. I think I will be a lot more happier because I'll be. I want to make something clear. I'm not against friendship. I'm not. I respect women.
I don't think we thought you were against friendship.
A lot of
I'm not against friendship either.
There's a lot of controversial stances being taken today. A lot of things people saying that they're going to have to answer for later on.
I'm for friendship.
That's the kind of thing that could be thrown back in your face. You be careful what you say on the air. I've been burned a few times too.
Being for friendships?
For friendships, against AIDS, against rape, against discrimination.
I think rape is a good thing.
Against discrimination.
Hey, who said that?
It was totally out of context.
I think rape is a good thing.
Oh.
Out of context.
I want to have friendship.
You're for friendship. Against. What about landmines? Against landmines?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Mario.
Yes.
This is a harebrained scheme, and you feel like your penis is cursed. I've been there myself. Mine still has a bit of a hex on it. It's only now that I've had some minor B/C celebrity have I been able to overcome this Carolla handicap with the cursed genitalia.
But I'm concerned there may be something more substantial going on.
Whatever it is, you closing up shop is not the way to go. Do you understand?
It's an unhealthy way to go.
It is an avoidance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no way to approach life, and it's no way to approach business, by the way, either. This is like if your car had rust on it, you would just paint over the rust so you didn't have to look at it. It doesn't go away.
I hate cars. I'm going to never drive a car again. I still want
to have compassion for people. I still want to have, I want to keep the compassion.
But you don't want intimacy.
Right.
And that is a necessary ingredient for human happiness.
Yeah.
And it suggests that something very serious happened to you in terms of your ability to form attachments or your experience of intimacy in the past. And there may be even something more biological going on with you. This needs to be looked into. It's
you should go to therapy.
Yeah, rather serious set of symptoms.
He's going to a college. Just go to the human resources or
mental health
service and talk to them. But don't drop out and shut down.
It scares me he's going to do something weird, like eventually get more obsessional and try to cut
his penis off.
That's right.
Oh no, gosh! Please no, please don't do that.
Landmine got Drew's penis. Sarah.
Oh.
Hi.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, they do have those bouncing Bettys. I mean, those things pop up and go off in your crotch.
Oh, yeah.
Bad times. Sarah?
Hi.
You're 18. What's up?
I keep on having one-night stands. And I know it's not healthy, but...
Is it what you want to be doing?
I don't know. But...
You're concerned about it?
Yeah.
How many have you had?
4.
In what period of time?
3 years? 2 years?
3 years, 2 years, 4, and 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like a ton.
I've never had a boyfriend.
Why don't you get a boyfriend?
It's not that easy.
Well, how come?
What about we set you up with a weirdo Mario who just hung up?
No, that's all right. I mean, like every person, like the first guy I kissed was the guy I lost my virginity to, and it was all in the same night.
How long ago was that?
I don't remember, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Where's your dad?
He's part of my family. My parents were together until my mom passed away.
Ooh, there we go.
When did that happen?
2 years ago.
What happened?
Well, that's when you started the one-night stands, coincidentally.
What happened?
She had cancer.
Oh, boy.
My mom, too.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Well,
But you love your dad?
As much as I can.
No, I think this is more of a reaction.
Oh, wait a minute. That's an interesting question.
As much as I can, yeah.
What do you mean as much as you can?
After she passed away, our relationship changed a lot.
Why?
Because I don't think he knew how to be a father.
Well,
without her around?
Yeah.
Oh, but before that he was good?
Well, because it was always like he could take the fun side of things, my mom could do the serious part of it.
All right, but he was good before that.
Yeah, I guess.
It's quite an endorsement.
Wow.
I hope he's
You're really angry with him for some reason.
Well, I mean, I have issues with him now because...
No, I'm not talking about... Stop talking about... I keep saying before that.
Because he what? I want to hear this. Because why?
He's, not even 6 months after she died, he started dating a doctor that treated her.
Ooh, that's sick.
So that's why I have issues.
Yeah.
So she's just mad at that. His dad's fine. She's not letting go of this.
Before that, he was okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why does it take so long to get to everything on this goddamn show?
Because she's so angry that she can't even...
But it's like maybe your mom would be okay with that. No.
No, my mom changed her safe deposit box keys to my brother and I so that he wouldn't have access to her personal belongings after she died.
Why?
Okay.
So that, she was like, if he ever gets a new woman, I don't want her having my stuff. You guys are going to have this, and you're going to make it trouble.
Now, okay, you're 18. Now, do you go to therapy?
Wait a minute. It's normal for her to say something like, I want my children to have these things. Your father may get, have someone else he's with. I don't want her in her hands. I want you to own these things.
Right.
That's different than, hey, that dirt scumball father of yours is going to get another woman. That's not what she said, was it? This is your feelings about it now that he's a scumball because it's only been 6 months and you're grieving and you're in pain and he's going out with someone with bad boundaries who's not such a good person herself.
Apparently not a great doctor either.
She was also on a...
Yeah.
This was when she was on her medications through hospice, and so, she was rather blunt about everything she said.
Okay. Well, hey, Sarah?
Do you go to therapy?
I did in high school. I haven't.
Why in high school?
Well, I had a really good high school counselor.
You just wanted to?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should talk to your dad about doing that and saying, I'm really grieving over my mom still, and I have a lot of stuff I got to deal with, and I need to go to therapy.
And look, she's 18 years old. She's been through a whole bunch in the last few years. She's got tons of feelings. She's angry.
Yeah. She's angry at men, and she's trying to manage these feelings. And sex is one way to try to get away from feelings.
And also feel comfort.
Yep.
Feel touched. Feel love for a moment, And also your dad is grieving, too. And
yeah.
He may be a scumbag.
That's a different way of showing it. He humps his doctor friend. But here's the thing. It's all right to not be in a relationship at this stage with all these feelings. And you're young and all this stuff. And some people start at different times. And 18 may sound old to you because all the peers you hang out with, and they've had a few boyfriends by now. But, you know, Drew, looking back on it, like, look at all the people you know. Like, I work in an office with a bunch of guys, and there were guys who got laid all through high school, and there are guys who didn't get an ounce of trim until college, and there are guys who didn't get anything until they're in their 20s. And, you know, everyone kind of had a different cadence and started at a different time. And, Drew, I know you started at about 11. But because he's a passionate man. But now you look back on it, it doesn't seem to make any difference, does it? It just seems like part of life. Right. There were the guys you knew and the girls you knew who were very active, who seemed to be completely adapted socially and you know, bell the ball and all that. And then the people found it later in life. Everyone's married, everyone's happy, everyone's fine. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe not happy, but they're married. My point is don't make so much out of it when you're in the middle of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. And AIDS is bad. Mona?
Yeah?
You're 21?
Yes.
What's up?
Okay, I'm trying to lose some weight, and in the past about 2.5 weeks, I've been exercising, and I've noticed, you know, some parts of my body, my arms, my legs, well, you know, a little bit toner, a little bit firmer, but my stomach, which I've actually been trying to focus on, seems bigger.
Well, one thing that exercise does is it increases your appetite, so maybe you're gaining some weight.
I haven't changed my diet at all. I mean, I've been eating, at least for the past 6 months, a pretty, you know, healthy diet.
Were you losing weight on that diet?
Slowly. Like in 5 months, I lost about 12 pounds, so slowly.
Might you be pregnant?
No.
Where'd you come up with this diet?
You mean like what I eat or exercise?
Diet.
Diet? Well, my dad's a nutritionist, so, you know, he's, you know, around the house and...
There's straight nutritionists now?
He set up a dietary plan for you.
He didn't set up a dietary plan for me, but I have a good idea of what's good for you, what to eat. My brother's a health nut, so, you know.
Yeah, but again,
Okay, like how much bigger is your stomach now than when you started? Like 2 inches? What?
Like, I have a pair of jeans that used to be pretty loose. Now they're just like a little bit loose. So maybe, you know, like 1.5 inches or so. And
maybe your muscles are just changing shape. Maybe it might take a little while for them to calm down. But
maybe you're gassy.
Oh, gosh.
It's possible.
Stop it.
I don't know. Hey, listen, your dad's a nutritionist. Ask him. What do we know? You know, I was thinking about pants today. You know my problem is...
He did.
Denim?
You know, I've worn... Here's my problem, quite frankly. I got a couple things to say. Number one, I was thinking, I am so lazy I can no longer wear jeans anymore because I find them too confining, too uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
That's why he's trying to X them out of the future.
You know you're getting old when you just you want to hop into that old guy jumpsuit.
Yeah.
But you're in your 30s. But all I wear is like sweatpants and stuff. And here's my problem. I've been a 34 waist for like the last 10 years. And the problem is I'm really probably a 34 and a half or a good 35
you ain't going there.
I will not go up. I will not go up to the next size.
I hear you.
So what I do is I buy pants that are 34. They're uncomfortable because they're a little tight around the waist.
You won't wear them.
So I won't wear them. So I have 300 pair of jeans in my closet, and I wear the same pair of sweatpants everywhere because I can't emotionally go up. And the problem is I could probably emotionally handle the 35s, but they come 36 is the next one, and that's too much.
Yeah.
And now here's something guys have to deal with too. When the waist gets bigger than the length, that's tough emotionally
more
too.
Bizarre has happened to
like
me. The length,
34 now, right?
I went up on the waist thing. Legs shortened 4 inches.
Your legs have shortened?
What is that?
No, the pants.
What do you wear, Drew? What are your pants?
I was always a 33, really, like a 33, 34. That's like
right.
34, 33, that worked too.
Right.
Now it's like 35, 35 and a half, 32.
Oh, so your legs got shorter.
What is that?
All right, but I'll feel much better getting a pair of 36-34s if I know you're over.
Yeah, I'm in.
I felt bad going past, you know.
Well, remember those jeans they gave us for free?
Yeah.
And I thought they brought a 36-32 for me. I went, oh, this is way off. I'm not even going to try these on. Perfect.
That's the part.
I went and said, that's when I capitulated right there. So that's it.
Yeah, yeah. And it just keeps going. I mean, do the math. When you're 70, you'll be wearing a 52-19, right?
Right.
You just keep getting shorter and your belly keeps getting bigger. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. Oh, one other thing I wanted to say, I don't know why it popped into my head, but we were talking about, Patricia was talking about AIDS and talking about black males being one of the fastest growing communities of AIDS, and a lot of that going on in Africa, and Africa being out of control with the AIDS situation. Drew, I mentioned this to you before, but it just cracked me up. I saw this report on 60 Minutes 6 or 8 months ago where they were talking about the out-of-control rapes that are going on in Africa, and how it's just all over the place, and AIDS is being spread, and you know, women are being raped like crazy in South Africa, especially, and they went to. And this is what I love about 60 Minutes. Whenever they go to they show all the raping going on and the people living in squalor and everything, and then they go to the polo match to be with the elite, a couple of generals and the prince and these people and these folks, and they say to them. They say, are you aware of what's going on, basically, in your country or your community? And the guy had a great answer. So it was a cocktail party. It was during the day. Everyone's wearing party dresses and eating lady fingers. And the guy goes, rape? What rape? What? This is overstated. Look around. Look around. Do you see anyone being raped? The guy's at a party at a mansion. There's like 35 people wearing chiffon dresses and, you know, a chamber orchestra playing. No, you don't see any rape. And he like says to like one of his seconds in command, do you see any rape? No, I see no rape. No, there's no rape. What are you talking about? Look around. And I thought, wow, that was a great answer. Look around. Do you see anyone being raped? Gotta be right now! At a tea social. Oh, of course. Look, there's nothing. All right. We'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be back with Patricia Arquette after this.
Hey, I'm Ken Jordan.
And I'm Scott Kirkland, and we are the Crystal Method.
And you're listening to Loveline with Ace Rockola
and the brilliant Dr. Drew.
Yes, you is. Patricia Arquette is our guest tonight. She's against Landmines. I was just looking through her filmography. Man, a lot of films.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, unlucky, huh?
You don't know?
No, I mean, not luck. It's talent.
Oh, thanks.
Talent and having a famous family.
Well, it really, you know, it's a tough
kidding.
business out there. So
Yeah,
I
no
feel
kidding.
lucky.
Yeah.
It's hard.
A lot of good movies here. Yeah, Ed Wood. That was one I really enjoyed. True Romance. That was great. I mean, Drew never seen any of his movies.
It's too scary
Romance
for
is
you.
really good.
They're pretty dark.
I get bad dreams.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right.
Oh, show him Stigmata.
Look at these.
Scare him.
Yeah. Where the hell was we?
I want to make something clear. I'm not against friendship.
Oh, you better not be.
Fantastic.
Or I'll kick your butt.
Patricia, any attraction to me or Drew at all? Just trying to gauge you. You know, see what you think.
What her type is. That's her blowing through the window.
Song.
No? Nothing? No. Not even with the sort of brilliant Da Vinci type mind with the fruit in the middle yogurt. It's so fun. Beer can with the pull tabs on each
well
side.
fed. I have a lot of calcium.
She didn't hear about that.
I told her told her during the commercial, my shotgun beer can.
He's been working this angle the whole time.
It wasn't just the heated sofa.
No.
Have I mentioned the belly Zamboni?
No.
Oh, this is something. Okay, I won't get into that.
You may lose her with
that's
that. That's
another breakthrough of mine. It's still in R&D. Yeah, thank you, Anderson. Magnetizing change. Magnetic change.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
And
I like it.
Nothing worse. You're wearing your sweatpants, you sit down in your car, you hear all that trinkle, 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 a bunch of nickels and quarters falling, getting caught in the mechanism underneath the seat. Change floating around everywhere in the car, and the sofa pillows, the heated sofa pillows. How about a nice big ball of change? Just a magnetic ball of change.
How would you get it to go down the
peel a
slab?
quarter
Or you
off?
get used as weapons.
We make that out of the non-ferrous metal, and it won't conduct it.
We can get rid of landmines and put chunks of pennies in the ground.
Magnetic change. A big ball of change. You just keep that ball, put it in the ashtray of your car. No more digging around. How many deaths do you think loose change causes every year?
Too many.
Way too many.
I'm against it.
Are you against it?
I'm against this change.
Magnetizing change. Rebecca?
Yeah.
My slogan would be, it's time for a change. And I underline change. Uh-huh. Yeah. These are all things...
No, are you ready for change?
Are you ready for a change?
Yeah.
When I run for office, listen, I'm not going to be one of these goofballs up there talking about NAFTA and talking about missile defense and public housing. I'm talking about change, literally. I would love to just run on crazy stuff. No garbage will be picked up before 10 a.m.
Your bums will be warmed.
That's right. Other ideas. I will give all the homeless cop uniforms so it looks like we have a strong police presence all the time.
I think we should
on patrol.
A new system of measurement for smell.
A smellometer.
Hobo
power.
Hobo power, I call it, so that we can quantify stink.
Instead of horsepower, it's hobo power.
3 hobo power. I got so many things to implement. So many. Lee?
Yeah.
You're 26?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I have, like, this problem I'm going through. I'm in this relationship with this female. She's a lovely female. She has, like, 3 kids.
You're lesbian then, are you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you picked the right name with that Lee. That's a lesbian name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wants me to come back home, but it's like a tug of war with my family. My sister, she's, like, really overprotective. But she's married. She has a baby and everything.
Well, let me get this straight. You have a relationship with a woman who has 3 kids.
Yeah.
Whom you really like.
And who wants you... And do you live with her?
No. I don't live with my girlfriend, no.
You're lesbian. Well, why is your family involved with this?
Who wants you to come back home?
My girlfriend does.
Well, why is your family of origin involved with this at all?
Because they like the Christian-like people and stuff like that.
So they don't want you to be a lesbian anymore?
Right. They want me to live that happy life with a man. And
well, if you're not with her, are you going to stop being a lesbian?
Nah.
No.
I mean, I really want to marry this lady, and I want to go back home and be with her, but it's so tough, you know, because I'm trying to be support to my family.
Well, hold on now. Here's the part I'm confused about. You don't live with the lesbian.
But you used to.
No, we just live, like, around a corner from each other.
You live alone now?
No, I stay with my sister in Hawaii.
But your family lives back home somewhere?
Yeah, they live in Maryland.
And so does the girlfriend?
Yes, she lives around a corner from me.
So are you in Hawaii? They're trying to get you away from this girl?
Yeah, that's what I think. Every relationship I get into, you know, my family is, like, getting involved all the time.
You're 26, Lee.
I know I'm 26, but, you know, I don't look 26. I look like I'm...
Yeah, but you are 26.
Yeah.
Well, look.
But you're going to be a lesbian. You just got to say, I'm going to be a lesbian no matter what.
Right.
I'm going to keep being in lesbian relationships, and if you're going to love me, you're going to have to love me the way that I am.
Listen, hold on. Bill Gates looks like he's 14, but he's still at $400 billion and runs an empire. It doesn't matter how old he looks, so he gets carded when he buys a Sixer once in a while. Doesn't matter. How old you look is sort of irrelevant here, Lee.
Yeah, completely.
It's how old you act that we're concerned about, and you're 26. You should be well on your way in your adult life. And you're...
I mean, they drive me so crazy that I had to go get professional help, like, now.
Okay,
like, medication and...
Okay, so are you sort of, for lack of a better term, sort of drying out or chilling out in Hawaii?
Yeah.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
Right, okay. What about this friend of yours moving to Hawaii? That seems like a nice place.
Out of the question.
She has 3 kids.
Well, with her kids.
How old are the kids?
One is 1 and one is 3.
Anyway, the only reason you're even in Hawaii...
Whoa. How long have you been with this woman?
For 2 years.
And she had a child with a man in the meantime?
Yeah, she had an ex-boyfriend. When she met me, you know...
So this woman is full of chaos, right? Total chaos.
She means the world to me.
Yeah, but I understand that. But there's total meltdown chaos around her, right? And your family's concerned maybe more about that.
Yeah, they think that she's going to break my heart and stuff like that.
Well, she had a kid when she was with you, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my point.
So she cheated on you and got pregnant?
But this...
Well, she was pregnant first, and then when we was in a relationship for like a month or so, then she told me.
So she was pregnant when you met her?
Yeah.
Oh.
She didn't tell me.
You go down on her, you taste some scalp. It's bad times. Hi, hey, Lee.
Unacceptable.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the advice I want to give you.
Okay.
First off, enjoy Hawaii.
Okay.
Okay. Secondly, forget about your parents and forget about this girl for now.
Okay.
Focus on you. You have some problems. You have to get your life going. You're 26 years old. You get so caught up in the distraction of this girl and her chaos and your parents and what they want for you that you don't actually look at yourself or do anything for yourself. You got to focus on your career, your education, whatever it is, your mental health, whatever it is you need. If you need medication, if you need counseling, if you need career,
That's too much
if you need school, whatever you got to do,
do
that. Focus on that. Get that in order. And then let these things sort of sort themselves out.
I'm suspicious there's a drug and alcohol thing here, too. I wanted to...
All right. Lee, drugs, alcohol?
No, I don't do drugs. I smoke weed. That's about it.
Every day?
No, not every day.
What are you always just sitting around talking about your problems, what your girlfriend's doing, what your mom's doing, what your sister says?
You're doing what, 3 months?
I've been clean for like 3 months from marijuana.
Okay,
are
good.
You going to...
Now, look. Everybody... your troubles will magically melt away if you get busy and start focusing on your ass. And that doesn't mean being selfish, and that doesn't mean working other people out of your life. It just means stop dancing at everyone else's ball. Stop being an extra in their movie.
Right.
Focus on your own project. Any other metaphors I can use here?
I'm sure. You've got
Your turn.
Do not be an infant in their sandbox. You get your own sandbox, right?
Right.
Be a dandelion in your own lawn.
And be responsible for that sandbox.
Right, and don't pee in it, for Christ's sake. Rebecca?
Yeah.
You're 16?
Yeah.
What's up?
I was dating this guy for like a year and a half, and in September we were over at my house. And my parents said they were going to get home at 10, and it was about 9 o'clock, and we actually started having oral sex, and my parents came home early.
I love these stories.
In my room.
And they opened the door?
Yeah.
To your room?
Yeah.
Where was he? Who was on what?
He was on the bottom. I was performing oral sex on him.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, is your dad still in therapy?
No, he killed himself.
Yeah.
Please tell me you guys were doing the 69 position.
Yeah.
Oh, it's excellent. True. I've said this many times. I know people are listening. I think I'm kidding. Patricia, you're going to think I'm kidding. But Drew, when your beautiful young daughter gets a boyfriend, you are going to keep the cyanide pill in your cheek for when you come home early or late and open a door and see the window open and someone in a bizarre 69 position. No questions asked.
I'm not sure.
No raised voices. Just clomp down on it. Clomp down.
Yeah, now
right?
I'm getting closer to that time. I'm not sure that's going to be quick enough.
Cyanide?
I need something that explodes.
you go down quick with the cyanide.
Okay.
You just keep it in there, just chomp on it.
I can't have a landmine or something that...
Oh.
No.
Oh, but you making fun of Patricia?
No, you.
Okay. Sorry, baby. It's okay. Give her a treat. Give her a treat. Oh, I love that. Where is she? What line is she on? Line 1?
Yeah.
69. Seriously?
Yeah.
How is it? And by the way, how is it that you... let's say they said they were going to be home at 10. And what time is it when you guys are knee-deep in each other?
It's 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. See, to me, not enough padding, that hour.
I'd still be like
I'd still put a chair in front of the door.
Oh, I'd be like a radar detector. I mean...
Okay, well, see, he's really cautious, and I'm really not. And so when we're over at my house, he trusts me because it's my house and it's kind of like his territory, and I know what's going on. Whereas when we're at his house, I trust him.
Let me ask you this: was there an element of this that's a little bit of an FU to pops or moms or a little bit?
Has to be. Oh yes, has to be.
I never really liked him. He's 2 years older than me. He's 18.
Yeah, but are you sort of resentful of your parents for trying to be too intrusive in your life or something?
No, I really have a really good relationship with my parents.
Why would you really risk this? Why would you? I mean, is it just sort of being 16 and stupid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, have you talked to them about it? Have you said, look, I know you guys saw something that maybe freaked you out and hurt your feelings?
Have you talked to them? Take us through the story. What happened?
So he opens the door. You guys are 69.
Your dad opened the door?
My mom. But my dad was right there behind her in the hallway.
Right. And what happened?
And well, I sat up and he jumped off the bed.
Blankets? Was there any blanket on anybody?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, he jumped off the bed. He has an erection?
And, yeah, he's standing.
I love that. I love when guys have to do evasive maneuvers with an erection. That's always, there's nothing more comical than a guy with an erection, like getting in a fight or having to run. All right, so he's off the bed, and what's your mom say?
She just, her jaw dropped.
And,
like,
she wants some too.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it was the most horrible feeling I've ever had.
And what does she say? What audibly comes out of your dad's mouth or her mouth?
Get out of my house.
To both of you or to her?
No, to
him. Oh. So then do they leave and let him get dressed?
Well, he just zipped up his pants and ran out.
Oh, he didn't finish off?
No.
Okay. A lot of 18-year-old guys would finish off.
Well.
And so he runs out past your dad and mom and just takes off.
Well, they let him. They didn't want him in.
And then your parents say to you what?
Where's my bourbon?
Well, my mom was like, how could you do this? You know, they were just in shock because I'm their...
Well, they didn't. You got an 18-year-old boyfriend. What did they think? What was their fantasy about what was going on?
Well, I think they always had an idea, but they never really wanted to believe it.
Okay. All right. So now it's a little...
they won't let you see him anymore, or what?
Right. And now, so he's not allowed to come over to my house anymore. I'm not allowed to go anywhere with him, which is understandable. But I've been, for the last, month and a half that's passed since then, or 2 months, whatever, I've been, really missing him. And it's really hard. I actually see him every week on Wednesday nights. We go to church.
Well, why don't you say to them, look, I know this is hard for you to understand, but, I am getting sexual and I am getting older, and I'm going to respect your rules of this house, but I'm falling in love with somebody, or I have strong feelings about somebody, so, look, can you come over and we'll keep the door open, or how can I build back trust with you?
Yeah.
But grow into a woman and have a dialogue with you so that we can stay close.
Yeah, broach that with your mom. Pull your mom aside and say, look, Mom, when you were 16, did you have a crush on a guy? Were you in love? Chances are Mom lost her virginity, 16, 17 years old,
If you alienate your kids and you don't stay current with being able to talk about what they're going through, then you're
you're losing them.
You're losing them, and they're going to need your advice. They're going to need you when they break their heart. And
it's like, first you lay it out on the table. 69, no rimming, just straight 69. If you like, we can do away with that. Just sort of, back and forth. I'll give him a BJ, and he can go down on me, but we don't have to get in the 69.
No intercourse, Mom. No intercourse.
You guys are offended by that.
I'm not going that way. Well, I consider anal sex, but
that's right. All right, Drew. Seriously, if you chomp down on that cyanide, how fast do you think you go down?
I think it's a couple minutes.
Is it a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Like you might stand there and still focus on something.
I don't like that.
You wouldn't just collapse.
No.
You need a device that blows your head off when you chomp down on it. What if there was a mistake? What if you kick the door open, it's your daughter's room, but it's like her blonde-haired friend who snuck in there. You make the horrible mistake of thinking it's your daughter and chomp down on it, your head blows off.
I'll take that risk.
It'll still be worth it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Patricia Arquette is here. We're going to take ourselves a little break, and we'll be right back. Hey, y'all, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew. Bad Religion, our good friends, coming up later this week. Also, more friends, 311. And then we got Robert Downey Jr. and Anthony Kiedis coming in here doing some talking about some L.A. free clinic, I believe. That you and I are going to do some hosting on something on.
So here.
Coming up, too. So we got all that good stuff ahead of us. Patricia Arquette is here tonight, talking about outlawing landmines, and it is something we've been kidding about, and sometimes people don't think too much about, but it's really horrible for the people who are left behind in these war-torn countries, and like I said, especially the kids and the peasants and the people the people who have to work the fields.
Well, there are a lot of countries, like in Afghanistan, when the Taliban was in, women were not allowed to work, even though a lot of them were widows, so they would have to go out and forage for wood to make fires. And a lot of them would, step on landmines because actually in that Behind the Veil, there's a girl in it who gets her legs blown off. And she was already an orphan. So she was like, oh, now I'm going to be, more in need of the assistance of my family, and now I'll never be able to get married, which was her only option of a life, because she wouldn't have legs. So, yeah, a lot of women go out, and a lot of times when they do mine these areas, they mine around villages, they mine around water holes. You're going to have to get water, especially in these countries where there's droughts. You're going to have to go get water. And if these mines last for 70, 80, 90 years, your chances are good that that's going to go off on
do you think
an innocent person.
Enough is being made of what happened to women in Afghanistan?
No, I don't. And I still am horrified about what's happening in Afghanistan, although I don't know what to do about it for women exactly. No, it's horrible. It's a horrible situation what happened on the 11th. And it's a horrible reality that they were living in. I don't know what it is in humans that are capable of doing this to one another. I don't know.
Well, who are we to judge? We can't judge cultures. They're just...
you like that, don't
they
you,
have just as much right to their cultures we do. We can't impose our wills on their cultures. Their culture. This is what I like about
I'm against that attitude.
Well, listen, there's a lot of pussies in this country that are constantly talking about us not having the right to judge other cultures or impose our will on the cultures.
I'm against it.
But most of those people who make that argument are vehemently for women's rights. So now they're at a weird crossroads because they're into that. We shouldn't meddle in foreign policy. We shouldn't impose our culture. We shouldn't go abroad and tell these people what to do. But these people are being horrible to women. And so now, like I said, there's a weird dichotomy
there's that
here.
whole we shouldn't be the police force for the world and then do something
if
about it.
If we are just moral people, don't we have an obligation?
That's what I think. And there's this whole sort of left-wing thing to there's no right and there's no wrong, there's only different.
That's BS.
But it is. I think it's okay to say that beating women and forcing them not to
even if you
work
call them healthy and unhealthy, there is healthy and there is unhealthy.
Yes, and it may be different than what we're used to, but I think that's okay.
It's okay to live that way?
No, it's not. The point is if you're doing things to harm people, women, children, even if it's a cultural thing, I think it's okay to make a judgment.
I think we have an obligation. We have an obligation to do that.
That's why I think if we have some kind of an enforceable world court where we all come together, that would be the general consensus would be. That's not okay. That's just not okay.
No, not all right.
Yes, I'm with that.
But, we don't even want to have a world court because we feel like, oh, wait, if Osama bin Laden ends up in this country where, there's no capital punishment, they won't send it back to us and they won't do what we want to do, so we don't want to be a part of the world court. But we need to come together as a whole world and make kind of a...
I'll tell you, if you really think about it, between this, and I know we got to go to break, between this terrorism stuff recently and even more recently or semi-recently, stuff like NAFTA and stuff like the euro dollar and stuff. I mean, let's face it, the world is just becoming one big country, and it is moved faster in that direction over the last 5 or 10 years than ever in history. And if you look down the road, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 100 years from now, I mean, aren't we pretty much just getting to that sort of one world in a sense?
I think secretly we have been for a long time, and I think, we're going to have a lot of business in the Middle East as long as we're using up so much oil.
That's right. That's why me and Ed Begley Jr. ride those bikes to work. We're going to take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back.
Patricia, we're done. We're done. She's waiting for the next call.
Yeah.
She's ready for another hour here.
Hey, Patricia, always interesting to talk to you, and I wish you'd come back and when
Isn't
these
the radio
movies...
Yeah, I like it,
When the movies come out, the Behind the Sun and...
they changed that to The Badge now.
Oh, sorry.
Too many Behind the Suns.
The Badge and the Human
Nature comes out. Well, whatever other projects, or if someone else is... blowing somebody up or something?
No, I actually have an invention. I made this heated sofa.
Oh.
I'd like to come back and talk about that.
Wait till that happens.
And some yogurt.
Fruit in the middle, baby. All right, may change that to just fruit on one side.
Let me throw my magnetized coins at you.
Okay. I will be revered one day as a genius.
Well, with Patricia's name applied.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
the brain's behind Patricia's success.
I want to thank Patricia for coming out here. It was our pleasure. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
I want to make something clear. I'm not against friendship.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingle. Loveline is a presentation of